Hi Fran, how are you?
Hi, David. I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. I enjoyed the game last weekend, Fran. I thought it was a gutsy, brave performance and a point that could be decisive come the end of the season. What was your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was an extremely difficult game. Obviously, Rangers hasn't lost a game in this country for a year and a half, apart from the two cup games, but not a league game. And nobody kept a clean sheet this year against them. So we know there are super teams. So for us, the most important thing was stay in the game. We thought to be maybe a little bit braver at the end to try to nick the 3 points. But the most important thing is, stay solid defensively. And I think defensively we were a 10 out of 10, from the goalkeeper to the front players. Offensively, I don't think we had a great game. The game plan didn't really work as we thought, but it's a very important point against an outstanding team. So I'm delighted, especially of the effort and the passion that the players show, put bodies on the line, and defensively outstanding performance. So I was happy with the point.
The Celtic support was in good numbers as well. I wonder if at the other side of the park, if you could hear the backing that we were giving the team.
Yeah, I did hear, and actually we mentioned on the changing room. We mentioned that if we thought we were sure we were going to score. We were wrong, but and they were going to go and celebrate with the fans. For us, as Claire say, for us the fans is everything, and it's the most important thing. And we want to please them. We want them to feel proud of us. And yeah, we feel them every time. Every time they are there, we feel them. The more fans. It's a thing that is a fact. The more fans, always we play better. So hopefully, outstanding game this weekend means a full crowd against Dundee United.
How was Lucy Ashford Clifford after that injury, Fran?
Uh, Obviously, I just talked to her. She's trying to keep calm, and we sent her for a scan straight away, and it was diagnosed ACL. So she's gonna be out for the next few months. But obviously, she got all the support from the club. She felt well looked after, and we will make sure she come back stronger. It's a shame because obviously she was having a massive impact, a very important player for us. But this part of football, there's nothing you can do really. It's a contact injury that it can happen, and now we have just to support her both for her individually, but also making her proud of good performances and good results. So yeah, keep calm, and she will come back stronger. We are all 100% sure of that.
The booking that Jacinta got when she crossed legs with another player running for a ball could have been a foul either way from where I was sitting, and a card was produced at that and negate her contribution to the game because she was obviously not wanting a second yellow and then a second red.
I will have to agree that especially Jacinta and Natalie Ross, yellow cards for me were harsh. In my opinion, if I was the ref, I wouldn't show yellow cards. And yeah, that's the reason why both players came off. Obviously, we couldn't take the risk in a game that is very, very intense. Any late challenge or whatever, that would be the player sent off, and we couldn't take that risk. And I think, especially losing Natalie Ross, it have an impact in the game. But, it happened. Everyone have different interpretations, and that's not the reason why we didn't win, and that's not the reason why we didn't play better. But yeah, I think it was harsh.
Yeah, we're the only team, Fran, who has played the two main rivals away from home. And our home record this year, I think we've scored 30 goals at home. So that sets us up quite nicely for the rest of the season and a real title challenge.
Well, the goal this year was to try to be in the last month of competition with options of winning the title. Obviously, for us to say, we are title favorites is not realistic. We never won it in the past, but we know we are good enough to go game by game and be there at the end. That's what we want, be there at the end. Last year we weren't there, and I think that wasn't good enough. So this year we got a stronger team, and we are competing better. I think we are playing better against opponents that are below us on the table, and we are competing better with teams that are ahead of us on the table. So hopefully we will be there. But as you say, For me, playing away from home is a disadvantage. We know our home, we know the dimensions. We always play better at home, especially when you go play Glasgow City at Peter Hill. The dimensions are totally different, very, very different, and it's always a period of adaptation in the game that doesn't suit us. So yeah, I'm looking forward to, in the new year, to welcome both of the teams that are currently ahead of us to our home, and hopefully we have better games and better results than we have so far.
Last one from me, Fran. Kelly Clark was talking this week about the noise from the Celtic support in the cup final and when the winner went in. And I just think if we can get the Celtic support in that type of numbers, and bear in mind it was a record attendance across the league and on the weekend, if we can get the numbers up at Airdrie, and what a difference that could make for the title challenge.
100%. You saw that game again. Probably a very harsh decision, a red card that, in my opinion, it shouldn't be a red card, a penalty that, okay, maybe, but that make even the neutrals to be a little bit more in the Celtic side. The noise was incredible that day. Still today, I've been 15 years. That's the most special day I had in football. It was incredible. And as you say, the Celtic fans for me is the highlight of that day. It was fantastic. I am talking now and it's almost get goosebumps. So yeah, if we can get this type of numbers, you always get this type of performance. With big crowds, big support, the girls don't feel scared anymore. The girls don't feel nervous. They just feel passionate. They feel brave. And that's why not only we won those both cup finals, but the performance on both cup finals was a 10 out of 10. It was very, very good performance against a team that has been winning for 14 years in a row. So yeah, for me, the key is the crowd. Big crowd normally equals a great, brave performance. So yeah, we hope for every game, we hope that we have a huge crowd full of fans, and it's great the engagement as well after the games. It's beautiful when you just have a great game and then you go there, you see the little girls asking for photographs with the players. We always go there and spend a lot of time with them. It's fantastic. It's like a family and all be successful together. So yeah, hopefully we get this big crowd on Sunday and after Sunday in every single home game. We want to see you guys there every single game.
The last time you played Dundee United, you came out on top 4-0 victory away from home. Do you believe that your players could repeat that performance at home in Airdrie?
I think so. I think the pitch is slightly bigger, which for expansive football that we want to play, it helps us. That game was in a very, very cold night, which obviously is never the best thing you want. But yeah, and the main thing is we have a few fans traveling to Dundee, which was brilliant, but this time it's at home in front of our fans. So I hope we can have a top performance and a good result. Obviously, we are not talking about how many goals or whatever. We just won the 3 points and a good performance and a clean sheet, and then obviously when we score a goal, if we score a goal, we will go for the next one. But we want to make everyone who goes there proud. Especially, we believe it's going to be a big day. A lot of kids, a lot of young girls, and we want our players to inspire this next generation of footballers. And you inspire them by being brave, by playing good football, and by getting a result.
Hi, Fran.
Hi, Claire.
How's it going? You mentioned the defensive performance at the weekend that was excellent, keeping a clean sheet as well against a team that's really a tough thing to do that. Bit surprising. We've been used to seeing that back three of Caitlin, Chloe, and Chloe Craig and Kelly. Mixing that up for a big game like that, is that something we might see a little bit more going forward?
I mean, it's always we know the type of team that they were going to play. We wanted somebody in the middle who was aerially dominant and extremely strong because of really the strength of Kyla McCoy. Different type of striker if they start with Kirsty Howard, a runner in behind, and it's totally different. So it depends on the game and the team we think they're going to play and the adjustment that we can make live in case they change something. And also, is training, is how the girls train, who I seen, not only that train with quality, but train with bravery. That's a game where you need bravery. It's a game that could intimidate people or players that hasn't experienced it often. So, because obviously it's a away game against a team that hasn't lost for a year and a half. So it could be quite intimidating. So you need to put players there that they are going to compete 100%. And I think everyone who was there, the one that started, the one that came from the bench, they did so. And as I said before, I think the defensive performance was a 10 out of 10. It was incredible. Obviously, obviously Pam did a great job, but that's why she's there. She's one of the team. So fantastic performance defensively. And just the only thing is I thought we could have been better in possession, a little bit more composed. But, I totally get that the focus was we don't lose the game. Don't lose the game. And I thought we could win it at the end. We were very, very close to win it. But yeah, the team, responding to your question, the team changed because the players train different weeks, and also the opponent have different strengths that we want to contrarrest. And in this case, it worked very well defensively.
Yeah. You sort of mentioned it a bit there, but the lessons that you can take from that game going forward into this weekend and all the other games for the league, but before Christmas. You said the game plan didn't quite pan out as you expected. What are the main lessons do you think you took from that? Obviously, the Rangers game is a very different thing on paper than the Dundee United game.
Yeah, it's totally different games. So against Dundee United, with all the respect, but I trust my players 100% to be in 1v1 scenarios. I don't need to double up in any position. Against Rangers, I cannot have 1v1s in certain areas because I know we are going to get beat. 100%. So I need to double up there. That's numbers that we lack when later in the transition when we attack. So it's totally different game. Against Dundee, I think we are going to be able to impose our game. I don't say that we will win. I don't say that we will play well, but I think we will try to impose our game, and I think we will be able because we got it, I think, work quite well during the week. But yeah, it's a totally different game. But the lesson that we got is, we can be defensively outstanding. We concede 2 goals, all season so far. It's incredible, really. It's a much better record than we did last year, and obviously we have a defeat which we are not pleased with. But yeah, it's every single lesson, every single game got a lesson, regardless of the result. Even when we played Dundee, we spot things for this week that we should have done better the day, and was a 4-0. So for us, it's try to get better each week and try to make every single player individually as well better, and that's why later other players get reward from national teams, etc. That's also the individual work. So yeah, for us it's about developing regardless of the result.
Really, really sorry to hear about Lucy's injury. Do you think sort of then going forward, that might be an opportunity for players such as someone like Tegan Bowie to come in and do a job in certain games? She hasn't had as many starts as maybe she did last season. She had a great game against Dundee United in the previous game back in October, scoring that goal. Or anyone else, that sort of space is up for grabs now.
Yeah, obviously, we are all absolutely gutted for Lucy. I think she's had an incredible season. In terms of goal involvement, she was our best player in terms of numbers. So obviously it's a big loss. But as you say, at the same time, now it's a spot there that she grabbed for most of the games because she was outstanding in training and in games. But now is that for the taking. So obviously there are a few other players in our team, Tegan Bowie or Shenmen Glue, or even Olivia Chance, Tyree Burchill, so many other players that they can play in that position, and they are fighting now to try to grab the spot. And when they are given the opportunity, they need to show that that's their spot, and that's how you develop. And we don't know who will play there because they are still in the fighting. Tomorrow is the last day of fighting, and then obviously Saturday they will be given the team. But so far, most of the players are doing very well.
Great. Just lastly, any other doubts or injury kind of question marks for this weekend apart from Lucy?
No, I mean Lucy is devastating enough. No, thankfully we don't have any more, and Shenmen Glue would be able to be in the squad. Depending how the game goes, she might get involved or no. But yeah, she's doing well. Today she was able to train with the team. So yeah, no more injuries to report. Everyone else is fit. Only Lucy.
Great.